What's up, Watch World? Here I'm going to show you the Gakota G1 39mm space age watch today. I told you I'd do a review on it. It is a Quartz powered 7, I think it's a Ronda 712 Swiss Quartz. I'm really liking it. I'm not a big Quartz guy. I typically do automatic. I like the sweep of an automatic hand on that second hand. I didn't think that I'd really like a two-handed Quartz watch, but hey, I'm really liking it. Now that I don't have that tick like a Quartz does, it doesn't, in my mind, it doesn't register as a Quartz. It registers as an automatic on my wrist. If you stare at that minute hand, you can see it slowly just kind of moving, and it's kind of neat. So I'm going to give you the specs first. I'll just run through them real quick so I don't take all your day here. I know you want to see this watch a little more in depth. I've shot a couple close-ups of it, and I'm going to get a couple different pictures, a couple close-ups of the case. I think the case is really neat. The case kind of sweeps down from the top of the case down towards your wrist. You can see it in one of the pictures before. It's really neat. The case is fully polished, but you don't get a fully polished look because there's so many different lines on the watch. Really cool. Another thing is the Sapphire Crystal. The Sapphire Crystal is raised just a little bit above the case of that watch, so you won't get any scratches and stuff on the case. It really looks good from the side. And there's also a little gold, kind of a little gold inlay on the crown that is really neat. So I'm going to go over the dimensions for you. I'm going to, I'll get a little close-ups and kind of look at the dimensions in the watch, and I'll get them close up. So let's go. Okay, so case diameter of this guy from here to here is 39 millimeters. So this watch is 39 millimeter watch. Now it wears a little larger because of the square case on it. I like that. I've got a smaller wrist. I've got a 6 3/4 inch wrist, and it wears really good. I think it wears more about like a 40. Lug to lug on this guy from here to here is a 46.5 millimeter. Case thickness is a 11 millimeter. It's 316L stainless steel. It's 100%, 100 meters water resistant. It does have a screw-in crown. Look at this crown. I don't know if you can get the full. It's got that little gold inlay, and it's really neat. It is a screw-in crown. So you just screw this little crown in. You can see that little guy right there. Pops out. You can adjust the hands. Screw that back in. So the build quality of this guy is excellent. You can see the indices. The indices are raised, and the face of this guy, you can see the outside railroad track that runs around. It's actually stepped down. I don't know if you could get a real good shot of it in this picture, but it steps down, so it gives it some depth. But yeah, look at this crystal I was talking about earlier. This Sapphire Crystal is really nice. So just an overall really good piece to wear. Also, I want to show y'all, they only make 50 pieces of this. So this is 28 out of 50. Now I think 28 out of 50 is based off of color, so they're going to do 50 of each color. This is the blue color. You can tell right here, this line that goes across the middle. The hands are covering them up right now, just so happened. But you can see there's a line that goes down the middle, kind of like a target. You've got little England right there. Also the loom, I'm gonna pull a light over this real quick for you. Little digi-power light. It's actually really good. Cheap but good, just by the way. Little plug there. Look at the lume. I haven't changed anything in this room at all. The lume is just excellent on this watch. And it lasts a long time. I mean, it sits in the watch case with a couple Seikos. Wow. I have to say it probably lasts as long as my Seikos, and it's probably as bright. When I'm wearing it during the day, I really like the look of it. Really like the look of it. Now, as far as the band goes on this watch, this strap here is the one that came with it. So it's a really nice thick leather, but it's pliable, so it's really soft. It just has a regular polished buckle there. It's really good workmanship. I like the thread, and the thread is kind of a vintage color. It's not just pure white. It says Gakota on the back there. It's 20, and it does have it's got the little quick release strap. Here's the other piece. It's got a little stitching right there. So this is the one that came with it. I really do like this watch, and I really like this band. I did get this band from them as well. I like this band on this watch. It's a little racing inspired band. The only thing is it does not have the quick release, which it really doesn't matter to me. But whenever I got it, it was very, very hard to get that the pin in. So, but it's what it is. I got it in, and it's all good. It's a great band, and this one is very pliable. This one here fits my wrist. I think it's 120 by 70, I think, or 115 millimeters by 75 is the length of this band. The one that comes with it, this one here, is just a little bit longer, but they both fit my wrist really good. This band is really good. This strap is very, very, it's thinner. It's very pliable, and when you put it on your wrist for the first time, you're like, oh yeah, I'm gonna like this. When you wear it for just a few days, it really gets very, very soft. You can tell it's real leather. Really like it, guys. This watch is, it needs to be on your list. I understand if, as far as budget goes, the watches that have this type of quality. Oh, I did not say this right here is 20 millimeter band. So straps 20 millimeter. Anyway, so what I was saying in budget is most watches that are done in this kind of quality, this kind of finish, this is a $500 to $1,000, maybe even more watch finish. I mean, I really think that this finish on this watch it's up there with some of my higher end brands. I mean, even Omega. Before I cross that line, I think that the quality of the finish of this watch is up there with the big boys. As far as the movement goes, yeah, the movement's simple. It's not, they keep the price down because it is a quartz, but hey, it's a Swiss quartz. It's going to last forever. All you got to do is stick a battery in it. I think it's a 5-year battery that they show with this watch, because there's no second hand moving. I think it is 5. Don't quote me on that, but I think that it is. This watch comes in at like $255 on their site, and you can get a code, and I think it's Gakota 10 to get 10% off that, which is like $25 off. It's $230 watch. You can't go wrong, guys. Okay, you can't go wrong with it. There's a couple different designs too. There is this blue that I'm showing you here, and there's a red that is like this. It's very deep, dark, maroonish, kind of a blood red color. It's really pretty too. It was I was kind of crossed between the two. They both have that stripe right down the center, kind of like the old school one, but they've got 3 or 4 different models. I think there's one that has one that's green that has the date, the hours, the 369 hours. It doesn't have the date, but it's got the 36 and the 9 markers on the dial, and it does not have that line through the center from the 12 to the 6 and the 9 to the 3. It's neat design, and it comes in black that way. It also comes in green. The green is really pretty. It's got a grain like this one here, and you can see if I can zoom in and actually even get that. It's kind of a grain color on that watch. I don't know if you can see it here, but the green has that grain. I really like that grain. That grain is cool. The other ones, the black has it's got a really good, cool texture on the dial. And then there is a gold with a gold case with the reddish kind of that blood color again dial, but it has a grain on that dial face itself. It also has a 3, 6, and 9. And then they've got a black multicolor. I think it's called the Night Sky. The case is silver. The bezel, if you want to call it the bezel, there's not a bezel, but there's that ring around the crystal that is gold. The hands are gold, and then it's got these little stars in the dial. It's neat. It reminds me of the roof in the Rolls Royce. You can see those little diamond speckled things that they have in there. And that's kind of what it reminds me of. But I'm not big on that watch, but it is pretty. It's probably geared more solid, dressy watch. But guys, if you haven't checked Geckota out, I think I would go check them out. I think their website is Geckota.com. They also have a website that's watchgecko.com. I think one is American and one is overseas. I'm not sure what the difference. I ordered from Geckota.com. Really like it, but you won't be disappointed in this watch. If you're automatic watch people, don't think twice to get this one. I think they're going to make it in an auto, because if you watch their video, which there's not very many videos on this watch, but there is one that the designer actually does some stuff on. He says that the case will fit a 2824 ETA. So I think that they're designing it based off of putting an auto movement in it, which that'll be really cool. I'll pick one up just because it's an auto movement. But hey, you're not going to get it for $255. You cannot beat this watch for $255, guys. If you're thinking about it, you have a smaller wrist. I'm going to show you a couple wrist shots too on my 6 3/4 inch wrist. So if you've got that 6 to 7 inch wrist, this watch is the way to go, man. So, hey, thanks again. It's Brandon, the Bearded Watchman. Like if you like it. Like if you like it. No, I'm just kidding. Click like if you like it. I'm new at this. I'm probably stumbling all over myself, but I do this in kind of one take and just kind of go. Thanks, guys. See you later.